This is, of course, CBHA here in Othello, Washington, which has this implement services. These services that they got for CBHA, you see this beautiful scenic area, CBHA, to a perspective. Now get your prescription glasses and also install your lenses here. And of course, the welding company, the most powerful welding company on the planet, the USA. Now, Iron Workers of America, truck drivers of the United States of America, transporting, exporting, import products, washed potato products, Lamb Weston products, and potatoes, basically. Any kind of potato comes from the field, of any field here in Othello. Like watermelons, homegrown watermelons from Othello Water, transported to Sunny Farms. From the distance, but it's Sunny Farms right here. It's called Hampton Farms. This is Hampton Farms. Hampton Farms connected to the Garden Memorial. And next to the Hampton Farm, continues on, is Sunny Farms. And there's Terra Gold. Terra Gold and the Hampton Farms. Hampton Farms to Sunny Farms. Sunny Farms into the alfalfa, the potatoes, the wheat, and alfalfa, wheat, potatoes, onions, all that sorts of nature. And then we got a alfalfa field right here attached to the Hampton Farms. And the Hampton Farms from the irrigation lines, Hampton Farms, and then continues on to be irrigation, Zematic, Lindsay, Zematic, Smatchvilles, Rikens, and Lindsay's. Zematic, Rikens. Water irrigation lines that are produced for the agriculture products facilities here. And then you got CBHA. Now the labor industries, the people that have apple orchards, people that have services that they imply. They're fully increment services, applying their individual professionalism as CBH workers as in corporate CBH workers. You have to get a dietitian because you're obese and overweight. You are pregnant. You have, of course, niños, niñas, chiquillas, ellos, nosotros, ustedes, familias, tia. Of course, your hermana and your hermano and esposa, and also your abuelas and your abuelo, abuela, y esposo, a todos, the chiquillos, niños, pequeños, and also the pregnancy of the baby that comes out of the womb of the stomach. See, the baby will come and form 9 meses of impregnation, 9 meses, 8 meses in your chiquillo, in your stomacho. In your stomach, you will install medicina enfermas and also the vaccination influenzas and medicina and dental visions, dental, ojos, diente, medicina, and also ojos, as in ojos and your lenses. So when you got abuela and otros, ustedes, ellas, and ustedes, you have the further increments of providing services, of expanding your future, expansion of your services, condolences to the CBHA services. Here at CBHA, here in Othello, Washington. So your client ID number for the D8 CPS office in Kennewick, and also Moses Lake. We had a D8 CPS office here, but it's no more. The D8 CPS office in Pasco is no more. The D8 CPS office in Moses Lake is no more. It's moved to another building. And their services are implying the D8 CPS and client ID number for your increments for your Apple, your Medicare, your pharmaceutical, and also your, if you're not paying 3 different separate agencies, and I pay 3 agencies for my medical, for my billing inquiry. for my insurance coverage. Because I have insurance, I have employed, and also when you're employed for a long, long time, you're on this major increment of processing your information and increments on services that they provide. They provide these services providing here at CBHA. They do a review, the medical doctor comes in and does the processing information, download information of who and what and how much and where and how many siblings, households, and also your client ID number for your Washington client ID number. The Washington client ID number, if you pull out your file, pulls up of all the status reports of your vaccinations and how many checkups, how many dental checkups, the services they have, the array, and they have how many times you've been in the doctors or how many times you've been in the medical facility, anytime you've been in the emergency ER. Anytime you've been, how many times you've been in ER, emergency ER, anytime you've been in any kind of facility, any kind of facility. And you know, CBHA has all these vehicles. They pick up, transport, and they have records, mileage, increments, going to your residency, going to a life care center or your abuela, your tia, your mother, mama, papa, your madre, your padre, your mama, papa, or nosotros, or your Asia, ustedes, nosotros, or otra familia, or tío, tia, or abuela, abuelo, whoever, that service that they apply. They have all those information inside the officina. Now, pharmaceutical, dental, vision, and clinic services apply individual increments on the array of service, applying the individual sarcasm of all the CBHA. You know, the services that got CBHA applies your individual sarcasm as a client, a Washington State client, a Washington Service client, and your employee. You got employee ID number. You got a client ID. You got a Wash client. You also have an employee ID number. So you got a screening process, and they're thorough about the They're thorough about the screening process because COVID-19 got this Washington State Bar Association COVID-19. And when you have vaccinations, you got doctor visits, you've been in the doctor, you do blood, analyzing your blood, you're paying for it out of your own pocket. They look at your chart. It's unbelievable because you got so much protective domain, as Mr. and Mrs. Microsoft company, Bill Gates, he said there would be going to be an epidemic, a peppermint epidemic, and calling for people who has Microsoft products, and it calls for medical records, dental records, vision, pharmaceutical, and it's all documented, arrayed, and served on the OpenMint here on the screening process. See, when you have like places that have Windows 8, Windows 7, Acrobat, and it's not Microsoft 10, you're going to suffer some consequences because this is Microsoft Windows 10. And Microsoft Windows 10 gives you this increment of applying individual professionalism in the screening process. Deposit, the inquiries, your tax returns, your transactions, your abstracts, your deductions, your payroll deductions, your medical services, your professional medical services. It goes into all that information. And when it goes into all that information, everybody's hurt in a COVID-19 in one shape or form. If they can't work, or they can't provide the service of working, or they're affected by working because they can't work because, as you can see, they don't know, have no backup plan, no regiment. They don't got a farm, they don't got a ranch, or like Sunny Farms, for example, got on fire, and that's nothing big. Cimaron 5 caught on fire, you know. You gotta shut it down. You get Sean Logan's house, the mayor of Othello's house, here in Othello, the burnt down. You gotta shut it down. You gotta close it and close it down because it's abandoned and caught on fire. And or Chevron gas station, fuel station, it's caught on fire. You gotta shut the place down. Oh, the grocery store, the Westside Pizza, the Chinese Indian cuisine, the restaurants, the bars, shut down. We got to shut down City Hall. We got to apply individual services for J. Governor Inslee and his water bill increments showing up here in Othello, Washington, and his promos of issuing out a Othello City Hall coffee cup and giving ordinance of water. Board Garza chairman, John Andrews vice chairman, Joe Mary treasurer. Dora Brizzi, secretary, Everett Cole member, Maxine Taylor member, Martha Garland Carr member, Deborah Buss member, Barry Rosa member, Perez Quesadilla, Maria Quesadilla member, and that'd be that'd be the priest of Father Tom, Father Dylan, Father Richard, Mr. Cepeda at the Surrogate, which is COVID-19 on the Sacred Heart Church in Othello, Washington. Look at that. Maria Quesadilla member, Maria Holt, and also Greg Bansbury, President Chief Executive Officer, Leo Gutta, and also Dear Hung Min, Chief Medical Officer, like I said, the screening process. Mary Alvin Thane, Chief Dental Officer, Kelly Carlson, Vice President, Dale Fields, Operation Officer, Kent Muskin, Chief Financial Officer, Ned Gomez, Dr. Randall Stephen Blakely. Look at array of services here at CBHA. That's Andy Miller at Seal Benton, Washington, U.S. Andy Miller. Mr. Gay Jake and Secretary Kim Wayman. And you're going to get work on your stomachache, your stomachache.